Welcome to this episode of our true crime video, where we will explore one of the most shocking and disturbing murder cases in modern history. The story of the Cannibal of Rotenburg. In 2001, the world was rocked by news of a cannibalistic murder in the small German town of Rotenburg. Armin Meiwes, a man with a long-standing fascination with cannibalism, had met and killed a man named Bernd Brands, whom he had found through the internet. Meiwes had not only killed Brands but had also eaten parts of his body and even posted a video of the killing online. What drives a person to commit such heinous acts? How did Meiwes become consumed with the idea of cannibalism? And what led him to commit such a horrific crime? In this video, we will delve deep into the disturbing world of Armin Meiwes, exploring his childhood, his relationships, and the events that ultimately led him to take the life of another human being. We will examine the police investigation, the trial, and the aftermath of the crime and hear from experts and those close to the case. So sit back and prepare to be both shocked and fascinated as we take you on a journey into the mind of the Cannibal of Rotenburg. Armin Meiwes, born December 1, 1961, is a former computer repair technician who gained notoriety worldwide for devouring and killing a willing victim in 2001 that he had located online. Meiwes killed his victim and then devoured a substantial portion of his flesh after the victim and Meiwes attempted to eat the victim's severed penis together. His arrest took place in December 2002. Meiwes received an 8-year and 6-month jail sentence after being found guilty of manslaughter in January 2004. He was found guilty of murder and given a life sentence in a May 2006 retrial. Meiwes is also referred to as the Rotenburg Cannibal or Der Metzgermeister, the Master Butcher, as a result of his deeds. Biography. Waltraud Meiwes, 1919–1999, who had only one child, gave birth to Armin Meiwes on December 1, 1961. His father had 2 older half-brothers from a prior union with a different woman. When Armin was 8 years old, his father abandoned him, leaving his mother to raise him. Meiwes had revealed to police experts that his urge for cannibalism, which was associated with the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, had grown during his adolescent years. Additionally, he had stated that he felt very lonely after the family had fallen apart. Murder of Bernd Brands and cannibalism. Meiwes advertised for a willing volunteer on the then-active website The Cannibal Café, a forum for those with a cannibalism desire that is now inactive. According to Meiwes' advertisement, he was looking for a well-built 18 to 25-year-old to be slaughtered and then consumed. Berlin-based engineer Jürgen Armando Brands, 43, responded to the job posting in March 2001. Meiwes did not try to coerce any of the other people who answered the advertisement to do anything against their will. Instead, several of them withdrew. When they first met on March 9, 2001, in Meiwes' home in the village of Wustefeld, west of Rotenburg and Der Fulda, they created a videotape. In the video, Brands' penis is amputated by Meiwes with his consent, and the two men then make an effort to eat it together. Brands probably experienced delayed breathing and excessive exhaustion as a result of ingesting 20 sleeping tablets, along with a bottle of cough syrup, prior to doing so. At first, Brands insisted that Meiwes try to bite off his penis. When that failed, Meiwes had to cut it out with a knife. According to Brands, he attempted to consume some of his own penis raw but was unsuccessful because it was too tough and, in his words, chewy. The penis was then cooked in a pan with salt, pepper, wine, and garlic before being finished off with some of Brands' fat, but by that point it was too charred to eat. The penis was subsequently sliced into pieces and fed to his dog. Brands may have already been too weak from blood loss, according to court officials who saw the film, which has not been made public, to consume any of his penis. Meiwes then gave Brands a bath and left him to drift in and out of consciousness while reading a Star Trek novel. During this time, Brands was bleeding in the bath and was checked on every 15 minutes. Meiwes killed Brands by stabbing him in the throat after much deliberation and prayer, and then he hung the body from a meat hook. The incident was captured on a 4-hour videotape, but because of its graphic violence, it has never been made available to the general public. Online, there are 4 screenshots, but their veracity has never been established. Over the course of the following 10 months, Meiwes dismembered and consumed the corpse, storing body parts in his freezer beneath pizza boxes and eating up to 20 kilograms of the flesh. Prosecutors claim that Meiwes committed the crime for sexual gratification. Arrest, trial and manslaughter conviction. When a college student informed authorities of fresh victim ads online in December 2002, Meiwes was detained. When investigators searched his home, they discovered the murder's videotape and various body parts. Despite having a schizoid personality, Meiwes was found to be competent to stand trial. Mivas was found guilty of manslaughter on January 30, 2004, and was given an 8-year and 6-month prison term. The case received a lot of media attention. Mivas expressed regret for his behavior and acknowledged cannibalizing brands in an interview with a German publication. He said that he wants to publish a biography in an effort to discourage others from taking his path. After his imprisonment in 2002, Mivas-specific websites with advertisements for willing victims began to develop. In order to prevent it from getting worse like it did with me, Mivas advised that they seek treatment. Mivas changed to vegetarianism after serving time in prison. He estimates that Germany has 800 cannibals. Retrial and murder conviction. A retrial was scheduled in April 2005 by a German court when prosecutors challenged Mivas' sentence and claimed he should have been found guilty of murder because he killed for sexual enjoyment, which was supported by the fact that he recorded the incident. The initial trial, the court held, had disregarded the importance of the video in refuting the claim that Mivas only killed because he was ordered to kill. A psychologist testified at Mivas' retrial that Mivas might commit crimes again because he still had fantasies about devouring the flesh of young people. Mivas was found guilty of murder on May 10, 2006, and was given a life term in jail. The actions committed by Armin Mivas, also known as the Cannibal of Rotenburg, were horrific and deeply disturbing. Mivas' cannibalism and murder of his victim, Bernd Jürgen Brands, are acts that can never be condoned or excused. The details of this case are not suitable for glorification or celebration. It is important to remember that Armin Mivas committed a heinous crime and was sentenced to life in prison in 2004 for his actions. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked desires and the need for mental health resources and intervention. Rather than focusing on the gruesome details of this case, it is important to acknowledge the tragedy that occurred and to express sympathy for the victim and his loved ones. It is also important to use this case as an opportunity to discuss the importance of mental health and to work towards preventing similar incidents in the future. In closing, I would like to reiterate that the actions of the Cannibal of Rotenburg were reprehensible and do not deserve to be glorified or celebrated. Let us use this as an opportunity to remember the victim, Bernd Jürgen Brands, and to work towards a world where such acts of violence and horror are not tolerated. Please share your opinions on this case with me as well as any questions you may have about it or any other case I have discussed. It would be awesome if you could share this video with anyone you think would like it. And leave a rating and review on any platform where you can let other listeners know you enjoyed the show. And with that concludes this episode of the Cannibal of Rotenburg. The darkness is all around us, and I can confidently say that reality truly is more terrifying than fiction. Until next time. See you in the next case.